Fans, welcome to Tucci Stadium on the campus of Illinois Wesleyan University. For today's men's lacrosse CCIW opener between the North Central College Cardinals
and welcome in to this game against the Illinois Wesleyan Titans and the North Central Cardinals. I'm your commentator for today, Dylan Skeen, and we are just about to get started here. However, before we start, we'll get into some of those starting lineups, starting with Illinois Wesleyan's starting lineups. We'll get them on screen in just a second. And here we see we got Colin Tervo wearing not number 10 today. He's actually wearing number 18. He'll be your starting goaltender. Then on defense, you have Billy McHugh, Jake Cahoon, Karsten Nordel. And then going on the attackers, you have John Kiddo, Timothy McHugh, Nick Schroeder, Sam Skelton, and Nick Horrocks. Oh, and Muhammad Hussein Cotton. Moving on to the North Central Cardinals, we'll see their starting lineup as well. Their goalkeeper, Aiden Murphy, along with their attackers, Luke Paris, Wyatt Hunt, Dalton Lutz, Cole Westfall, Charlie Snyder, and Ty Nagy. And then on defense, you have Tucker Hansen, Alex Porter, and Dominic Rower. And with the starting lineups all set, we get ready to go into this one as the national anthem is just ending. A few minor tweaks before we do start, however. Again, we mentioned that Colin Tervo has his number switched. If you are a multi-time listener or watcher of this broadcast, you will know some of the numbers that are changed right now. Noah Dretzka, commonly number 19, will be number 21 today. John Kiddo will be 43. Michelle Rocco will be 7. And number 10, Colin Tervo, will now be number 18. That was the one that I addressed, the goalkeeper in the starting lineups. Now, before we get into this one, these two teams are two pretty darn good lacrosse teams going head-to-head today. Both have only lost 2 games on the year so far. North Central College is 6-2, while Illinois Wesleyan is 8-2. I would argue most likely Illinois Wesleyan has the advantage here, 1 being at home, and 2, both teams, the only crossover they have had so far this year was both facing Albion, where the Titans came out with the home win, while the North Central College Cardinals came out with a close loss. So I would say that Wesleyan has the slight advantage here, but you know what they say, you got to let the game play. And with that being said, we see both of them lining up for the opening here, and we'll get right into it. Both teams lining up on the center field. And the tradition of handshakes, fist bumps, good sportsmanship all around. One of the great parts of this sport as we get ready for the opening face-off. Both members get ready, and we are, I would say, underway, but something is up possibly with a goaltender, and the linesmen or referees get ready, and the face-off is won initially by North Central. A couple more bodies go flying before Wesleyan finally takes possession, and a quick around to get into some more open space, throws it to the center, and that pass just a little bit off, so possession will go back to the Cardinals as they now gather it up in the defensive zone. Play is resumed, and the pass over to goalkeeper Murphy. And now it's sent up to the right side. That's Westfall really making some aggressive pushes on that near side of the field. A stretch pass connected, but falls out of the grasp of number 28, Ty Nagy. And now now Wesleyan and the Cardinals both pointed opposite directions, but possession is given to the Titans, and Bob Boone will start with it. Just pushes off the Cardinals' forecheck and trying to go around the Cardinal defense, unable to, so they'll make a few quick passes. Now driving to the slot, fires and just sends it to the back. Tried a quick pass to the slot. It finds number 13, Gage Black, who just works his way to the left part of the slot and fires it home. And the score is 1-0 Wesleyan. Well, that was a quick goal to be sure. It seemed like it was a pass to the slot that didn't work out so well, but it was grabbed out of midair a little bit behind that, sent over to the left side where Gage Black was, and he just fired it home, giving Wesleyan the 1-0 lead. Just over a minute into the first period. Now driving on the far side are the Cardinals as they now work it around the net. Goes back to Westfall, who sends it back to Snyder. Snyder over to Lutz now. Lutz on the far side, trying to work off the defender. Thinks about cutting to the slide, but just sends it behind the net, and that goes all the way back to Snyder. Drives to the center, but can't find an opening, and it's just sent behind the net again. Paris with it, getting a few whacks, but keeping possession, still looking for an open pass. Eventually finds it on the far side, still trying to work off the defense, and that shot sent wide. That shot by Wyatt Hunt just a little wide, and it was a good attempt to knock off the defender, but even better defense on the part of the Titans, not letting them in to their zone. A quick shot by the Cardinals is saved, and now immediately going the other direction are the Titans. A good move to the slot. Fire, scores! What a goal! Number 44, Billy McHugh, and it's 2-0 Titans.
Billy McHugh.
And that was all McHugh there. A nice pass from none other than the goaltender himself, Colin Tervo. And McHugh just takes it all the way up from center, works past the defender, and just fires it home. What an individual effort there by McHugh. Puts his team up 2-0. And the face-off, won once again by the Titans as they drive into the offensive zone. Just goes to the slot, fires again, scores! And two in quick succession. As we see the replay just off the opening face-off. He's able to cleanly win the face-off and just grabs it from behind the Cardinal defender, walks in all alone into the slot, fires from far range, and that's a good goal. That's for number 22, Nick Schroeder. And that's two back-to-back great individual solo efforts by Wesleyan Titans to put them up 3-0 now. McHugh and Schroeder both with great back-to-back individual efforts in the span of not even 15 seconds. And takes this game from a close 1-0 affair to instantly 3-0 less than 3 minutes in. Well, the Cardinals have definitely gotten a couple chances, but this dominant Titans defense has been able to push them to the outside and not given them a lot of looks so far. Meanwhile, again, the Titans dominant on their individual efforts, which is why it's 3-0 right now. As you can see here, the Cardinals still just looking for a way in, trying to find their way past this Wesleyan defense. a quick turnaround shot, and that one's saved and regathered by Tervo as he just sends it up for a quick rush. Avoids the Cardinal forecheck, and now they will regroup near the top of the slot. It's Bob Boone trying to work his way out, looking for a shot, can't find it, sends it over to his partner behind the net, who sends it over to the far side, a fake, and sends it back to the top of the slot. Now working his way around was Black, looking for a lane, but couldn't find anything, and now a long shot there, and another rebound almost went into the net. I don't know if that was a shot by the Wesleyan player, but it seemed to just bounce off one of them and go towards the net. Almost a fluky goal there, and as if Wesleyan needed any luck on their side so far in this one. The Cardinals are regrouping, though, now. A couple whacks, goes out of bounds, and they keep it in Titans' possession, yes. Play is resumed, and it's sent up the near side. Working in now is McHugh. Sends it to the front, and they score again! Wesleyan up 4-0. Not even 5 minutes into this one.
By number 71, Ike Eastburn.
As we see the replay here, just off the restart of play, here's McHugh, fires it over to the other side, and they just sneak it by. I don't even think that Aiden Murphy knew the pass was a pass. I think he might have thought it was an off shot. Goes off of a quick release on the opposite side, and it's now 5-0. Now, these two teams before the match were thought to be relatively close, so this is a huge start for the Titans here at home. Cardinals need a response. Working their way around the Titans' defense and still can't find anything. Sent behind the net, and they'll just work it to the near side. Sent over again. That's Westfall trying to find a way in. A good juke. Drives to the slot and can't find something, so he sends a pass. Another quick turnaround shot, and they score! And that's the response you needed if you're North Central.
Goal for North Central.
And that seems to be their go-to. They've taken only a couple shots in this one so far, and all of them have been quick turnaround shots. The other ones missed, but this one by number 19, Dalton Lutz, right on the mark, and it's 5-1. Excuse me, it's 4-1. They must have had a save. I thought it was a goal, possibly. Oh, and a little more extracurriculars as the ball popped loose. They're still fighting for it, and finally the Titans gain possession. Sent over the front, that pass just a little too far off, and the Cardinals regain possession. Taking a couple whacks was Dominic Rower for the Cardinals, but he was able to secure possession, and now driving through two defenders is Wannabe. Sends it over to the left side, sends it back to Wannabe. Watanabe, sorry, not Wannabe. Watanabe had it as the Cardinals send him off and will regroup. Still looking for an opening are the Cardinals as they just play catch. Snyder with it now. Snyder sends it over back to Westfall, but that one's a little bit off its target. Westfall drops the stick, and a mad scramble for the ball ensues, and it's gathered by the Titans. Now they head into the attacking zone. Sends it over. A quick pass. Shot. Score! What a goal by number 71, Ike Eastburn. And that's another play that you can't even tell who had the ball at what time. Quick passing from the Titan offense, and they gain their 4-goal lead right back. And again, Ike Eastburn all year has been a fantastic goal scorer for the Titans, and he shows why right there. And the Titans in general, one of their biggest strengths is their passing. They can just get quick passes off or long shots like that. That one a little bit far off of a shot, still almost managed to clip the corner, but just a bit wide as they now regroup. Driving in on the near side. Behind the net now, sent over to the far side, and now sent up to the top. It's Black with it. Facing some defense from the Cardinals as they send it all the way over. Making a nice move is Dretzka, but he finds 2 Cardinal defenders. Works his way again. That shot just wide. And he's taken down after the shot, but the ball does go wide. Wesleyan regains possession, and now on it's Black. It's Dretzka fighting for it. Tried to make a pass, and Black taking a few shots, fires. He had a wide open lane to the net and fired it just wide. And it's back in possession of the Titans. It's Dretzka with it. Makes a move and can't beat 2 Cardinal defenders, so he decides to make a different move. Fires from about the 20. And that one, again, just wide. As the Titans get a new sub in. Number 33, Sam Skelton in for the Titans. As well as Jake Giese as well. That one comes out, and it's taken by Murphy. And able to work their way around the Titan forecheck are the Cardinals. And that pass sets up an offensive zone possession as they will make a few substitutions, get their offensive hitters back out. It's Snyder with it, back over to Lutz, back to Snyder. To Lutz, just playing catch with it right now. Westfall was driving to the middle, but couldn't find an open lane. Now, Lutz makes a move and just sends it behind the net. No room for a quick turnaround shot there, as the Wesleyan defense figured out that trick after a couple tries. And that one sent right to the slot, and a better save by Tervo. A beautiful pass to work it right into the slot, and they were unable to cash in with a great save from Tervo, but they still have possession. Sent over to Westfall. He fires, scores! Cole Westfall brings this game within 3 once again.
By number 22, Cole Westfall.
And after a failed opportunity directly in the slot by the Cardinals, they come right back, and a wicked shot by Westfall brings the deficit back down to 3. And this is the North Central College we've been used to seeing this year. Opening faceoff. Not won cleanly by either side, and a couple, and they will get penalized for a takedown there, so goes possession back to the Cardinals. And they're going to hope to keep up this offensive pressure trying to get back in this game. Snyder with it at the top of the offensive zone, looking for a lane in. A long pass behind the net. Looks for an opening and sends it back to Westfall, who just sends it back up to Snyder. He works his way around. That pass a little high, and they'll tussle for it. A Cardinal is knocked down, and possession is retaken by the Titans. Tervo, pass over to Nick Harks. And now making a move through the center is McHugh. Billy McHugh, to be specific, a long shot, and that one, better save by Aiden Murphy. Saw it the whole way, and now the Cardinals have offensive possession once again. Runs into a Titan defender, but able to work him off, and a flag goes flying. And the flag is down. It's been picked up by the referee, but now that penalty will be on number 37, Karsten Nordley, as he will take a knee for the Titans as they go shorthanded. And this is not what you want if you're the Titans. After a very strong start, the big push from the Cardinals have gotten them closer in it. They still hold a 3-goal lead over the Cardinals as of now, but what you don't want to do is, during an offensive push, give them a power play. And it looks like a timeout will be taken. We'll go to a quick break. We'll be right back with more Wesleyan lacrosse.
I can see it now. The smell of the grass on the quad. That sense of excitement in the air each fall. It feels like yesterday. While I'm no longer 18, I know there are students out there ready for an opportunity like I had. For the space to discover passions, bond over dreams, and make lifelong friends. Breakthrough at Illinois Wesleyan University.
And we are back here as both teams, or at least as the Titans break out, and there we go, the Cardinals break off as well. Turvo has been fantastic in that so far, especially as of late. There's been a couple good chances by the Cardinals, and he's stood tall. He hasn't had to make too many saves in the first half of this period, but in this second half, he's definitely stood pretty tall for the Titans. Only letting in 2 to the Titans 5. Play is resumed, and it's Snyder with it. Snyder sent it back up to Nagy, who then sent it back down, and they'll just work their way around the circle. Firing to the top, but it's blocked. Fighting for it now. There's multiple bodies there. The ball is still being worked on and slashed out of the hands of Skelton, but able to regain possession is Bob Boone, and he works his way on the far side, sends it over to Dretzka and to Black. Black works his way around, can't find anything, still looking for an opening, but solid Cardinal defense, not letting anything through, and it's Dretzka with it again, and he will regroup. Johnson with it now, has to re-catch it in his stick. And Boone sends it back up. It's Black with it with a far shot and a better save by Aiden Murphy. And Murphy regains it as the Cardinals set out to get it out of their defensive zone. A good forecheck there by the Titans, but able to keep possession is number 10, Watanabe. Now it's Lutz with it again. Lutz still working on the Titans defender. Sends it low. And still working. Now is Westfall, looks for a shot, can't find it. And sent back up. Faked a shot, still looking for an opening. And just sends it back behind the net to the slot. That one missed its target just by a hair. And Lutz has to regroup, fires it from about the 20, and that one will just dribble wide. And the Cardinals regain possession. Now Paris working behind the net. Nice spin move. Fires. Save by Turvo. And it's regrouped now by the Titans. That was Horrocks able to regain possession. The long pass able to find its mark. It popped out of the stick for a second, but able to regroup. And now the Titans work it in the offensive zone. Bob Boone driving. And a slashing call will send the Cardinals back with possession. Westfall tries to drive through the Wesleyan defense, can't get through him, so he just sends it back to his goaltender. A long-range shot, and that goes nowhere. As now taking it up is Jake Giese. And Black looks for an opening, can't find it, so he will retreat to behind the net, sending it high on the far side to Bob Boone as they will regroup, get a few substitutions in. And they still work it from the top of the zone. Sent over, it's Kiddo. Kiddo wearing 43 right now. Still working it on that top of the zone. A nice shot from the top of the slot from Gage Black, but that one's sent wide, so they'll have to regroup. Gage Black with it again. Trying to drive, makes a move, shot that one off of a foot, and trying to whack at it was Wesleyan. They get called, so possession goes back to the Cardinals. And that's going to do it for the first period in this one. Your score 5-2 in favor of the Titans as we head to the second period, and we will see if the Cardinals can make a better comeback in the second than the attempt in the first half of the first. We'll be right back with this second period of Illinois Wesleyan lacrosse.
At NCAA Championships, noise is made here. Memories are made here. Champions win here. The only thing missing here is you. The NCAA Division III Softball Championship coming to Bloomington, Illinois this May. Get your tickets today at ncaa.com/tickets.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
And we are back with perfect timing here as the faceoff taken right now, but possession will go to the Titans after an infraction by the Cardinals. And they're sent off, but Wesleyan appeared to enter the offensive zone before allowed to, so given back to the Cardinals as they will work it from the top of the offensive zone now. Sends it back, working around the defender, can't seem to find a lane, and still working on the same Titan defender is Westfall, who will eventually just back up, get a running start, works his way through the defender, shoots, scores! Westfall with his second, and it's 5-3.
Goal for North Central, for number 22.
Well, look at the replay on this one. While he's falling down, too, working on the Titan defender. He's given some hard defense, so he clips him, and while he is falling, able to send it into the back of the net. What a skillful play there by Westfall. His second of the day, or I should say second of the night. And it is 5-3. Now the Titans came out strong, 4-0 push. But they've been on their heels since. And that shot ends with a quick save by Murphy, and it's back in possession of the Cardinals. Now, Murphy let a few by him early, but since those first couple goals, he has been very sharp, especially near the bottom of the second. Cardinals still with possession now in the offensive zone. Sends it to the near side. Snyder works to the back, but falling was Hunt, and possession back to the Titans. Now the Titans take it up into the offensive zone. And that pass, possession given back to the Cardinals. It appears that was number 81, Riley Blair. He is a defenseman, so it seems the defenseman went too far, called for it on the play. And given a lot of room there to the 2-goal scorer, almost let him in with an uncontested shot. Wised up a little bit before the shot got off, and that was almost a fantastic passing play, but able to cut it off was Wesleyan, and they just send it back into their zone. A long stretch pass, and the Titans have offensive zone possession once again. And after a couple failed entries, they finally can set up in the offensive zone. They have not really been able to set up so far this period, only getting one shot away, and that was a quick wind-up release. Now it's Dretzka trying to work his way around the Cardinal defender, runs into two, starts getting hammered. There's 3 defenders around him, and they are able to touch it over to Paris, who just gives it to his goaltender and will run off. Or excuse me, not Paris. That was number 6, Tucker Hansen. 5 and 6 look pretty similar, I gotta say. But that's not the point. The point is the Titans and Cardinals still fighting for it. Near center field, the ball's still not in possession. A couple more whacks. The ball's still rolling, and a call made, interference sent to Wesleyan. And they will regain possession. Bob Boone sends it over to Dretzka. He has it at the top of the offensive zone, looking for a play, and just waits for a couple substitutions as Timothy McHugh works back in. That quick shot by Billy McHugh, unable to connect. And they work it back around the offensive zone. Dretzka looks for a shot. Gage Black, quick shot. That one off the bar. That was a close one. Hit the top right corner and just off the bar and goes far to the side. And that you were that an inch away from making this a 3-goal game once again. Now possession was lost by Dretzka. He didn't even realize it, and they're going to have an odd man break. The Cardinals working into the offensive zone. A long-range shot. That one off the post as well. I can't tell if that was a save or off the post. Either way, it's kept out. And either way, that was that close to a goal. 2 posts hitting on either side, or one on either side. And this game is this close to being stretched back to a 3-goal lead or cut to a 1-goal lead. Lutz with it, just sends it back to Westfall, works it back to Snyder. Snyder fires it over to Lutz, back to Westfall. Westfall backpedals, looking for an open lane and gains some speed. Works his way through the defender and a quick dump pass. Dumps it off again. A try to bounce shot, and that one by Nagy just goes a bit wide. And the Cardinals will have to regroup. Paris sent it over to Westfall. Westfall still working. Can't find an open lane, so he backpedals once again. And too much time in the offensive zone gives possession back to the Titans. Shot clock went just a bit too far on that one. And the Titans will regain possession. A flag goes flying. A long-range shot, and it's in! Bob Boone makes it a 3-goal game once again with a nice shot into the bottom left corner.
Bob Boone.
And as we see the replay here, it was a long-range shot by Boone. He gets the quick dump and just fires it past. That's what you call confidence in a shot, and Bob Boone certainly has plenty, as that one had enough mustard to get through the net. The face-off at center field, won cleanly by the Titans. And knocks a defender over. Just driving through, sent to the top of the slot. Long-range shot, and they score! That's 33, Sam Skelton. And what a goal by Skelton to put his team up by 4. As we see the replay there, wow. The fake, me included, I think everyone on the field was expecting the shot on that far side. They had a semi-opening, but 3 Cardinal defenders went to block it. And he makes the quick dump-off pass to the top of the slot. And who else but Sam Skelton just fires it home. And a good defensive play there by the Titans. Able to push out the zone exit attempt by the Cardinals. Able to just push it to the outside. And now who else but Bob Boone is back in. Bob Boone considers just throwing it again. He does it. He scores again. Bob Boone with a booming shot. Let's see that replay again. Boone just gets it at the 40 and takes it in himself. Fakes the shot, drives through the defender, and scores. What an individual solo effort there by Bob Boone as he gets mauled by his teammates. A timeout called, so we'll be right back with the second half of this second period here for Illinois Wesleyan. And we are back. Both teams still in their huddles as of right now. So we will have to wait for them to get out of there. The Titans about to break away as they break away from their huddle. The Cardinals do the same. And we are ready for the second half of this second period. And so far, I wish I could say it's been all Titans because that's what the scoreboard would tell you. But it has not. Just a better defense so far in this one. Both teams have been noticeable on offense, getting their shots in. But the Titan defense has just been barely impenetrable in this game. 2 of those goals both came from Cole Westphal, and they were incredible individual efforts as that one is quickly won, sent over, and a wide open in the slot. That shot didn't make it through, and it's regathered by the Cardinals. They work it through center. A nice pass. That one goes off the top of the stick and still fighting for it. Driving through multiple Titan defenders. He falls over but still has possession. No, it rolls loose. But a call on Wesleyan sends it back into possession of the Cardinals. The Titans coach not happy about that one. He's having some words with the referee currently talking to the Cardinals coach, but won't make a difference as play is resumed, and it goes back to Snyder. Now it's Westphal with it. He drives on that right side and just sends it over. That was Hunt with it, who just sent it to Paris. Paris sends it back to Snyder. He drives, thinks about a shot, and passes it back to Paris. Paris back to Snyder. Snyder up to Westphal. Westphal over to Lutz. Lutz tries to drive, but this is what the story has been all day. Fantastic Wesleyan defense, been nearly impenetrable to break through, and that shot, again, tough defense on him, couldn't get a clean shot away, and that one goes wide, and the Cardinals will have to regroup. A nice spin move, tried to drop it right to the slot, but couldn't get a clean pass away, and now the Titans regroup and send it into the offensive zone. A long shot, that one saved. And the quick pass off to Timothy McHugh as they get their offensive contributors back out there. It's Dretzka with it. Dretzka over to Black. Black still waiting for an opening. Looks for a possible shot lane. Can't find it. Good defense, tries to make a shot anyway after getting pushed off by the Cardinal defender, but a better save by Aiden Murphy. And this game remains a 5-goal deficit. Just playing some catch with the goalkeeper right now is number 16, Alex Porter. As he drives through center, looks for an opening, tries to dump it to Paris and does. As he now drives through center as they get set up in the offensive zone. Paris now. Just keeps it, looks for a lane. No openings right now, and he'll just take his spot behind the net. Dretzka watching him closely. Tries to work his way off and drop the ball. Tries to make it, and that one is sent out of his stick into the back of the field. So possession back to the Titans as they now drive through center. And Dretzka over to the near side. That quick shot goes off of something, and it seems that it went off of an arm. Goes out on Wesleyan, though, so possession back to the Cardinals. Murphy sends it to the center. It was a good pass to Westfall, but just pops right out of the stick. And the race for it continues. Able to keep his way out of... Almost was able to tiptoe his way in bounds, but push out of bounds at the last second. And the Cardinals able to keep possession despite a good block by the Wesleyan defense. And the Titans are hard-nosed today. They have been incredibly solid on defense today, and it's what's kept their goaltender from having to face too many hard shots. Now it's Paris behind the net, sends it over to Westfall, who just sends it back to Snyder near the top. Drives on the near side, has a lane, shoots, and that one off of it, and oh, what an unfortunate break there for Turvo. Makes a great initial stop. We'll see on the replay right here. He drives to the right side, and the defender a little late, so he gets an open shot. He makes the save, but didn't know where the rebound went, and it plops right in front of the net, and no green jerseys are there. Nagy just plops it in, a quick whack, and this game is 4 apart again. That face-off able to be gathered by the Cardinals as he takes a couple whacks, sends it far. That one a little bit too far for the defenders, and wow, a stick head went flying on that one, as now the Titans bring it into the offensive zone. Some quick passing near the top of the offensive zone almost results in a turnover, but able to regather is Jake Giese. And now who else but Bob Boone with it. Boone makes a move. Looks for an open lane, but can't find it, so he just sends it back to the top where Black is. Black over to Dredska. He had a lane, but couldn't get a shot away. That one just a bit high and wide. And will be regathered by the Titans. Black, a quick pass to him, and that one, a great save by Murphy to keep this a 4-goal game. Murphy works his way to about the 35, sends it all the way over, and a good stretch pass there to Hunt. As now the Cardinals get set up in the offensive zone. Facing some back pressure, so they dump it off. Trying to work his way through the Wesleyan defense and just gets knocked back. Great strength there from the Wesleyan defense, and that was a great chance for none other than Ike Eastburn right in the slot. He almost had a beautiful opportunity, but unfortunately goes nowhere. And with that timeout, we'll send you to break. We'll be right back with more Illinois Wesleyan lacrosse.
OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute has been named one of the top hospital systems in the country for heart care. This prestigious award by the American College of Cardiology comes from our commitment to providing the highest quality of care, from general cardiology to complex surgeries and the latest technology. Nationally recognized heart care right here. OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute.
And we are back as Wesleyan has left their huddle, and now the Cardinals do the same. Just 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second period. The first half almost over. And play is resumed. Dretzka will take it himself. Looks for a lane, can't find it. Sends it over. Works his way back and can't find anything. It's Boone. Sends it over to Black. A quick shot, and what a save. I couldn't even see the ball go into his net there, but it was just like you blink, you miss it. Still able to make the save is Aiden Murphy. Right place and the right time, and now the Cardinals back in the offensive zone from his big effort. It's Paris with it, sends it back up, and now Snyder will hold on until they can get a few substitutions. Sinclair over to Lutz. Lutz back to number 22, Cole Westfall. The 2 goal scorers so far for the Cardinals. Now sent to the near side. It's Lutz who just sends it back up. Making a move is Snyder. Can't find a lane, so they just play catch with it near the top. Sent behind the net. And that passed a little too high. And possession given to Wesleyan. As they drive in the offensive zone, a quick shot. And it will not matter. That one goes wide, and a few more substitutions to get Bob Boone back in there. To Boone now. He's had a hot hand so far this game. Fakes the shot over to Dretzka. That went a little too low and almost leaks out of bounds. Able to keep it in. Seems it may have actually crossed the line just a bit. As possession is awarded back to the Cardinals. Play is resumed, and the Cardinals just send it back. Oh, tried to just sneak it past, and a quick intercept. It's an odd man opportunity, sends to the slot. Eastburn scores! What a play by Ike Eastburn. Helped out by Sam Weinberg, and that's a quick 1-2 to give them a 5-goal lead with just 18 seconds left in this period. And what a play by specifically Sam Weinberg. Able to intercept the lob pass, tried to go over him, and Weinberg just intercepts, makes a spin around the defender and goes in an odd man rush. Everyone thinks he's going to fire it or send it over, and multiple defenders go to cover the open man. Doesn't matter, as Ike Eastburn was wide open in the slot, and you can't leave a goal scorer like Eastburn wide open in the slot. Now that faceoff was initially had an infraction on it, so possession was given to Wesleyan, but it appears a timeout has been called with 6 seconds left in this period. Can't say I personally understand that one, but that's why I'm not a coach. Well, we will send it to break for just 30 seconds while we wait for this timeout to end. We'll come back with 6 seconds left of the second period here for Illinois Wesleyan Lacrosse.
At NCAA Championships, noise is made here. Memories are made here. Champions win here. The only thing missing here is you. The NCAA Division III Softball Championship coming to Bloomington, Illinois this May. Get your tickets today at ncaa.com/tickets.
And we are back as both huddles just broken up now. And excuse me, I will bite my tongue. The referees have changed the scoreboard. We went from 6 seconds to 8 seconds. So 8 seconds left in the period. Although Wesleyan does have possession So the Titans will try and get one more before the end of the period. Still waiting for play to resume for 8 seconds. I think we've been here for 24 seconds, waiting for these 8 seconds to tick off. Still waiting, and finally play is resumed. The scoreboard is not going. And they will reset it and try again. This has got to be the hardest 8 seconds to play of any sport I've ever seen. Able to drive it in, fires, bounce shot, and scores! What a goal by Jake Cahoon! And for what awaits, there's your payoff. Jake Cahoon puts an exclamation point on that first half, putting the Titans up by 6. As with just 3 seconds left, the period is all but over. Although I should bite my tongue, because clearly, with 8 seconds left, anything can happen. And that faceoff will be won by the Titans. It won't matter, though, as the period has concluded. Your score 10 in favor of the Titans, 4 for the North Central College Cardinals. And we'll be back in the second half for more Illinois Wesleyan lacrosse. Thank you all for joining us.
Hi, I'm Gene Sterator, CBS Rules Analyst and longtime sports official. For the adults watching this video, you grew up in a world where officials, umpires, and referees for youth sports took their place regularly and reliably ahead of game time. Today, unfortunately, it's getting harder and harder to fill those jobs. Videos showing abusive treatment of officials multiply on social media, and there have been consequences for the dreadful behavior of players, fans, and coaches. Massive shortages of officials now lead to games being canceled, and the positive effects of athletic competition are at critical risk for this generation and those to come. I'm hoping we all can begin to see youth competition through a different lens. Today, mistreatment of officials has become normalized, and we are facing an abnormal future where no officials to hire means no games on the schedule.
Any call, any decision, any human effect on wins and losses has become subject to not just withering criticism, but physical threats. There's a vicious cycle at work. Fans chase away officials, and there is a smaller pool to draw from, which makes it harder to get quality, well-trained people in position. The entire game suffers.
Did you know, according to the National Federation of High Schools, 80% of new officials quit the game after just 2 seasons because of abusive behavior from the stands and sidelines? This sort of verbal abuse and threatening behavior takes a toll on all officials and makes them leave the game altogether.
Did you know, from 2018 to 2022, an estimated 50,000 high school referees, roughly 20%, have quit. Half of the remaining referee population is at least 50 years old, but young officials are rarely staying more than 3 years in the job.
If the number of officials working contests in all sports doesn't begin to increase, there won't be enough officials to work the games. That means schedules will get cut, teams or even sports might get canceled. In many states, this is already happening.
Remember that officials are invested in what they do. Many officials have regular, full-time jobs, and they're sacrificing time away from their families. Try to demonstrate empathy, put yourself in their position. Think how you would feel about getting yelled at throughout your workday.
Yelling and arguing with officials sends the wrong message to young players. According to Play by the Rules sports advocacy, it teaches them that it's not okay to make a mistake. They can blame others for their actions. They can disrespect authority figures, and it's okay to be rude and selfish.
You know, officials enforce rules, keep competitions fair, and make player safety a priority, allowing youth sports to be a valuable arena for growth. If we can all just work together and be more empathetic to not just the officials, but everyone else in youth and high school sports, we can then preserve what many of us have embraced about athletics. And you and I know the benefits of sports, right? Let's spread that gratitude and be proud of what we can build and not blind to how it's being torn down. Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
So what happens now? Your response in the heat of the moment is the only thing you totally control, and we have an experiment for you to try. Simply stated, just cheer for your child or the team you're there to support. Move that desire to lash out to a different place and encourage without rage. Your child's sporting memory should be about how you helped inspire and not about how you caused embarrassment.
And we are back here as Wesleyan gets ready to break out as we are just seconds away from the third period starting between the Illinois Wesleyan Titans and the North Central College Cardinals. Thank you for tuning in. Again, I'm your commentator for the day, Dylan Skeen, as we get set for this second half. And I will say both offenses have looked pretty darn strong so far. The difference so far in this game has been defense, as the Titans have been able to keep the pressure on and not allow any possible good shots, which has kept this score from getting out of hand in Wesleyan's favor, or sorry, in the Cardinals' favor, which has kept their lead. Now they gain possession and walk into the offensive zone. Bob Boone with it now. Bob Boone, a major driver of offense for this Titan program. Boone gets it whacked, though, and a nice steal by defenseman number 17, Jake Paris, possible brother of Luke Paris. They are both from Fishers. I would assume so. So we have two different brother pairings. Here we have Billy McHugh and also Timothy McHugh on the Titans. So multiple teams, both with brothers on them. But besides the point, as the Cardinals now work in on offense. Snyder cuts to the slot. A nice deflection, but the ball is still being fought for. Pops out and regathered by the Titans. A stretch pass sends it up to Boone, and he works into the offensive zone. Looks for a lane, can find it, fires, and that's a better save by Aiden Murphy. He couldn't find the lane himself, so a good drop pass to a wide open Titan doesn't matter. Better save by Aiden Murphy. Now the Cardinals with it in the offensive zone. Still working. And that pass a bit high, lucky to keep it on the stick, but able to keep it was Zachary McClure. Sends it to the center, tried to find a slot shot, but doesn't matter. The ball's still bouncing, and that's regathered by McClure. He's being hounded by multiple Titan defensemen, but he's able to find a way out of it, and they regather near the top of the offensive zone. Long pass finds his way to Paris. And Paris sends it over. He drives in, and that one must have gotten sticked. Might have been a good defensive stick, not sure, but that ball went sailing over the net. And it's regathered. Tried to cut to the middle, and not sure how that one went wide. Might have deflected off of a shin, not sure. But a good drive to try and score his third was Cole Westfall. And he tries the same move, doesn't work this time. The slot, the shot, and score! Ty Nagy. And it's a 5-goal game once again. Or at least a 5-goal differential once again. As we look at the replay on this one, and just good passing. You can see him in the slot, just backpedals a little bit there, able to find space, and with space, you have more room for a shot, more room for a shot, more room for a goal, and they score one to bring it within 5 once again. The face-off still being fought for. It's still bouncing around, and now gathering it is the Cardinals. The Cardinals, apparently. Still waiting for a few substitutions is North Central, as it's taken by Lutz now. Lutz backpedaling once again and almost gets the ball knocked away. Works his way around the Wesleyan defense and just sends it behind the net. It's Paris with it. Tries to juke the defender out, but staying with him is Hart. And they send it over. A shot at one off the shoulder. Tries to just give it to his goalkeeper, able to find it. No mistakes being made there. And now McHugh, Billy, works his way through the center, drops it off to his forward, and heads back to the defensive zone. A long-range shot. No, that was a pass. A great pass through a couple Cardinal defenders and a great shot right in the slot. Doesn't matter. Aiden Murphy has been on fire so far in this second half. A long-range pass intercepted. And possession will remain with the Titans. And just sends it back to his netminder. Long-range shot. That one able to connect. And now regathered in the offensive zone. McHugh still working. Gets a couple whacks, but able to fight through it and just backpedals. Regroups in the offensive zone. It's now Black with it. Gage Black. Bob Boone is back in for the Titans. Boone with it. Boone! Boone shoots and Boone scores! That's his third of the game, and it is a 6-goal lead for the Titans once again. I could tell already as soon as he got it in the top of the slot, it was Boone! And sure enough, there's no stopping the Boone as he gets his third of the game. And the face-off. Won cleanly by Wesleyan. A long-range shot and a better save by Aiden Murphy. Possession still being fought for. A couple Titans go tumbling. And a flag goes flying. It'll be on the Titans, though. Working their way in. The Cardinals have it. That pass a little bit too far, but still gathered back up by McClure. McClure works it back. Fights his way through, shoots, scores! Charlie Snyder takes it himself and just picks the top corner, and the lead is restored back to 5. Or excuse me, the deficit is cut back to 5. And what a solo effort. We've seen a lot of those from the Cardinals so far this game, while the Titans have relied heavily on good passing to find open shots. The Cardinals have had much better individual efforts, just driving to the net and finding a way to score. And that is Snyder able to get the goal. The face-off at center. It's won by Wesleyan. As they get a quick change, Gage Black on for the Titans. And there are some passionate fans in the crowd here today. Or possibly passionate players. The screams getting muddled right now. As the Titans still wait near the 40-yard line in the offensive zone. Just draining some clock, and up 5, can you blame them? Now still working it on the outside. The rain is really coming down here in this one. Dretzka sends it behind, sends it back over. And it's sent, fakes it. Fakes again, sends it over to Black. Black fired, and that one just wide. A couple sticks in the lane from Cardinal defenders. That one unable to get through. And the Cardinals will have to regroup. Still trying to find their way into the offensive zone. That pass too high. It's out of bounds. And the Titans will regain possession. Who else but Bob Boone with it? He passes it over. It's Black with it now. Black drives to the slot. Bounce shot, and that one goes wide. So McHugh will grab another one. Dretzka makes a move. Can't find an open lane, so he just sends it over to Black. Black sends it over to the far side. A hard shot and a better save there from Aiden Murphy. Again, he has had some really good moments here. There's been some goals he's let in that have not been the greatest, and yet there have been some really good shots that he's been able to find. Bob Boone has been the main one who's been able to solve him so far in this one. Lutz sending it over to Snyder, who sends it over to Westfall as they attempt to find an offensive strategy. Tries to drive through the defense of the Titans, able to successfully, and now Paris with it behind the net. Tries to make a little stutter step move. Can't find anything and loses it for a second, able to regain possession, and now works on the opposite side. Just sends it up to Snyder, who fakes the pass, drives. Thought about driving to the slot, but didn't have the angle, so it's sent back to Lutz. Working behind the net now is Hunt. Hunt spins around, but falls over. A couple whacks at the ball, and it goes flying out. It's regained by the goaltender, and he's ran into, and he appears to be down, and that is not a great sign if you are the Titans. And that's a brutal break there for the Titans as Turvo went over to try and grab it and had a little bit of a Jay Cutler moment midair, goes flying, hit out of the air, and must have landed awkwardly, or possibly the impact of the hit. And yeah, Turvo is down. And that's a big piece for this Wesleyan team. He has been very, very solid in net for the Titans this year. He seems to be walking of his own weight. A little bit of a limp there, but always a solid when you can walk under your own weight, as the new goalkeeper comes to give his teammate a little bit of a sportsmanship nod as Sam Scott now takes the goalkeeper position and play is resumed. Well, I'd be surprised if there's not a fire lit under the bums of the Wesleyan team now, and sure enough, able to take it into the offensive zone by himself, was whacked in the back, and a couple pushes after the whistle, and that's going to draw a flag. It's number 33, Sam Skelton, scored one of the goals today, and he drove it into the offensive zone near single-handedly, dropped it, but after he dropped it, he got pushed away from the ball. No call on that, but he does shove the player after the whistle. You're not allowed to do that. So he will take a knee, as now these Cardinals get on the power play. And if you wanted a test for your goalkeeper, Sam Scott, you want to make sure he's warm and ready Well, here's a good test as they automatically get a power play as soon as he gets in the net. And these two teams do not like each other. You can already tell in this one. There's already been plenty of extracurricular pushing and shoving, but especially with that penalty taken, just tempers flying high. And that attempt, first shot on Scott, first save by Scott. And that's a good one, too. He did have a defenseman on him, but it was right in the slot. And they work back around the top of the offensive zone. It's Westfall. A quick shot, and that one bounced over to the slot again, and another shot. That bounce goes wide. And the Cardinals will regroup. Now behind the net is Paris. Paris to Westfall. Westfall fakes a pass, now does. Snyder back to Westfall. Sends it back to Paris. Paris looks around, finds a man, sends it back up top. Sends it over to the side, over again. Quick passes, that low shot saved. And quickly on the rebound is Scott. And a nice move there from Billy McHugh to gain some open space. And Gage Black avoids a hit there right after catching the pass. That was almost a unfortunate pass right into a defender, but able to save it was Black. Now it's Bob Boone, who at this point, I think we should start calling Bob Boom because of how his shots have been so far in this game. Now Dretzka tries to take a high shot. That one goes just wide. That one a bit high and a bit wide. Now working his way is the other McHugh. He tries to fire it, tries to get his own rebound, and that one was right on the doorstep, and able to make the save is Aiden Murphy. Trying to corral the bouncing puck. Now Bob Boone has it. Bob Boone works his way. Sends the pass, long stretch pass, that one just high and wide. By 54, Tyler Crawford, and he goes back off for a change as John Kiddo heads back out, and he takes that pass reception back at the top of the offensive zone. Gage Black back in it. We're back in black here. Nice shot. That one in. Oh, it appeared in the mitt of the goalkeeper. No, goes wide as Wesleyan will regroup. Behind the net now. Working his way. Tries the nice quick pass. But the shot unable to leak through. And now Black tried a spin move, unable to get past the Cardinal defender, and playing catch with it at the top now. Goes back to Black, back. And that one sent wide, or no, sent in to the netting of a Cardinal defender as they now have offensive possession. As Paris sends it back to Lutz. Lutz. And this rain is really coming down here in this one. It's going to be hard for either side to score, which is unfortunate news for the Cardinals, who are trying to crawl their way out of a 5-goal hole at the moment. Works his way around. Snyder still fighting defense. And slipping is a Titans defender, as we're going to start seeing a little more of that as this rain continues pouring down. Westfall tries to drive, can't get past the defender, still facing pressure. Sends it over to Paris. Tries to find him in the slot. There's an opening and they score! Able to sneak it through is Wyatt Hunt, and this game ain't over yet. As I said, it's going to be harder to score goals in this one from the rain, but harder doesn't mean impossible, and that's proven by Wyatt Hunt right there. Just a nice Little reverse by the Cardinals there, and he takes it through the left side and just able to sneak it through Sam Scott. I think there might have been a screen in front of him, possibly by his own teammate. But something must have caused Sam Steele to lose vision of it, because that one just able to squeak through, and that ball still just rolling towards the net. No one has it yet. It finally tries to get bounced towards the net, and multiple players go slipping. There's Hunt went slipping. Steele went slipping. Heck, even Adams went slipping. It's a slip and slide out here at Tucci Field. Or excuse me, Tucci Stadium. Wesleyan will regroup. Sent up a long shot, a bouncer. And the dive tried to make it Wesleyan possession. Unfortunately, not close enough, but good effort there from Sam Weinberg to try and get possession back to the Titans. Possession now back with the Titans after a failed offensive possession by the Cardinals. Weinberg sent it over. A quick move, still can't find an opening, is McHugh, and he's able to drive through, tries a low shot, and a better save by Murphy. When Murphy is on, he is a fantastic goaltender. So far in this one, if you're the Wesleyan coach, you got to start thinking purely long-range shots, as that's what's found its way through. And with that ring, that's the end of the third period. One more quarter here for you at Tucci Stadium. We'll be right back with the final frame of Illinois Wesleyan Lacrosse.
OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute.
And we are back here at Tucci Stadium as the opening face-off of the final frame about to get underway. And the face-off won by the Titans. Set back and a nice juke there to keep possession in the favor of the Titans. Bob Boone just works his way through and has been a absolute powerhouse so far in this one, but knocked down after the shot, and referee's flag is down. A few changes will be made. And it seems that it's number 10, Evan Watanabe, who will be taking the knee for the Cardinals. As now already in the defensive zone, they'll go on the penalty kill. McHugh sent it over. Boone now at the top, playing catch with it. Boone again fires that one high and wide. And the Titans regroup. Over to Black. Black with a bounce shot, and that one just a bit wide, and Titans regroup once again. It's Eastburn over. They're playing catch with it, and Boone with a shot. Boone is saved. With how many goals he scored today with 3, I would be shocked if the goaltender wasn't focusing on him mainly, as that attempted offensive move by the Cardinals, unable to go anywhere. And that long-range shot sent over, and now Adams with it. Adams sends it over. Back to Adams. Scores! Carlo Adams puts the Titans up by 5 once again. And what a back and forth play there by the Titans. Nice little celly there by Adams. Puts them back up by 5. And what a give and go there by Weinberg. He sent it low for Weinberg. And everyone in the stadium, including myself, thought he was going to go for the quick shot. No, he sends it back. And there are 2 flags down on the field so far. And as the Titans regain possession, holding. That's a holding on number 22. That's Nick Schrader. So Nick Schrader takes a knee, and with Schrader on a knee, the Cardinals will get a power play. And they're going to need a power play goal here if they want to get back into this game. Only 13 minutes left in a 5-goal hole. Fakes the pass, then makes it. Paris. Oh, and that was a good attempt by Hunt, but sent wide as they regroup now. Cardinals behind the net. It's Paris. Over to Westfall, over to Snyder. McClure from long range, and that's blocked. Trying to find his way off the defense and able to do so. Sent to the front, he's wide open and scores! And McHugh does a little dance after sending his team up by 6. As we look at the replay here, just a long stretch pass. 2 back-to-back long stretch passes, finds McHugh on the breakaway, and he just nips the bottom right corner, does a little dance, and they're up by 6. And what a job that the Titans have done today, specifically with responding. It's the Cardinals have had plenty of times where they've gained momentum. They just haven't been able to keep it, as with timely cuts or blocks or anything you need, the Titans have been able to respond in kind with all that the Cardinals have thrown at them so far. As soon as momentum is back in the Cardinals' favor, the Titans just get it right back. We'll see if the Cardinals can really put on the pressure here as we head within 12 minutes left, as now the Titans regain possession. That pass a little low, but able to be gathered anyway. Long pass to the slot, shot, saved. Oh, the rebound was right next to McHugh. Could have gotten his second in about a minute, but just a little too far out of the reach of McHugh, and he's unable to tap that rebound home. Rower with it for the Cardinals, sends it up, works away from the Titans defense, and that's Corso who dumps it off and heads off. Dumps it off and heads off. Now it's Lutz with it on the near side. Tries to work his way around the defense and can't find it. Just sends it behind the net. Hunt had sent it to Paris. Paris now over to Westfall, and Westfall sends it over to Snyder. Snyder works his way on the near side. Still can't find it and takes a couple whacks on the quad while doing so. And a nice pass to Westfall. Now behind, it's a quick move, and they score! And it seems that Hunt is hurt after scoring that goal. We'll see on the replay here in just a second, as Hunt is clearly hunched over. We'll see what happened here on the replay. A great passing sequence by the Cardinals. He works his way around, and I think, ooh, it looks like number 34. That's Nick Horrocks there. Just caught him in the groin area, and that's gotta hurt for Hunt. But a little bittersweet, I'd say, as you still score the goal to get within 5 once again. So giving your team momentum. We'll see how the Titans respond. A long-range pass off the mark by the Cardinals, and now it's regained by the Titans. Working it in the offensive zone, it's McHugh. Sends it back over. Still working on something. A flag is down. But McHugh took the pass from Kiddo and is just going to play with it until finding a good opening. McHugh works his way around, send it to the slot, and scores! That's Weinberg with his second. And what a passing play there by the Titans, and regaining their lead back to 6. And what did I just say a few minutes ago? Every time the Cardinals get a little bit of momentum, the Titans are right there to seize it right back. And we'll see the passing play. What a fantastic pass directly to the slot by McHugh. Plays the waiting game, finds a man open in the slot, and Weinberg sends it home. And an infraction on the faceoff will give possession to the Cardinals with just under 10 minutes left in this one. Fakes the pass and still carries it. Now drops it off to Westfall, who brings it back to Snyder. Snyder looks for a couple lanes and ends up having to backpedal. Nice pass to the slot, one off the post. Goes right back to Snyder. Snyder to Westfall. Westfall fires it to behind the net. Paris. Hunt a little worried there. That quick shot, how was that a save? How was that saved? A quick shot. By the Cardinals, and I didn't even realize, but Turvo is back in net for the Titans. And you can see him still walking with a limp a little bit. Nice save there by Murphy. But good to see Turvo back in net for the Titans. He is a big piece to this Wesleyan team. And now play is stopped. A timeout is taken. And with just about 8 minutes left in this final frame, a 6-goal deficit, we'll be right back with more final frame action here for Illinois Wesleyan Lacrosse.
At NCAA Championships, noise is made here. Memories are made here. Champions win here. The only thing missing here is you. The NCAA Division III Softball Championship coming to Bloomington, Illinois this May. Get your tickets today at ncaa.com/tickets.
and welcome back. We are back. Both teams still in their huddle, or it seems that the Cardinals have broken off. And there goes Wesleyan as well. Both teams get ready for these final 8 minutes. And the Cardinals will set up in the offensive zone after the stoppage. And he sends it over to Lutz. Lutz driving on the near side, but can't find his way around the defense. Westfall sends it back over to Snyder. Snyder also can't find a way through. This Titan defense has been outstanding this entire game. Absolutely the difference maker so far in this one. As both teams have had very good offensive contributions around the board, and both goalies have played pretty darn stoutly. So defense for the Titans has been the difference. That one goes wide. No call is made, and it's sent back as Bob Boone has it, takes a whack, and now there's a flag thrown. Sends it over, fires, save. And a penalty is called. And the North Central coach absolutely livid as he was screaming at the referee. He's gone silent now. Well, that call will be on Jake Paris as he will take a knee. With just about 7 minutes left, it's taken. Boone sent it to Black, back around, just circling it around the net now. Sent up to Eastburn, fires, scores! Even at the top of the slot, Ike Eastburn is a fantastic shot, and you can't save that one. It's a 7-goal lead now for the Titans. And this is the issue with Ike Eastburn. It doesn't matter if he is in the slot, whether it's in the far top of the slot. If you give him any space, he will rip it home. And they just gave him a little bit of time. But it doesn't matter. It was enough for him to fire it home. And we have a 7-goal lead for the Titans. Yep. Playing catch with it now. It's Skamaki for the Cardinals. His pass way off the mark. And possession, though, goes to the Cardinals. So they will regroup in the offensive zone. Play is resumed. And a flag thrown nearly immediately. We'll see a clip here. I'm sure you might be able to hear it, but the bench is getting absolutely rowdy for this one right now. Rowdy for a penalty call on them. They are absolutely hyped for this own penalty. Not sure how many times I've seen that one, but you love to see passion on the bench, and you're certainly not lacking any of that right now. Is their passion misplaced? Possibly. And a timeout is taken by the Titans. There will be another regroup. Let's see if they'll chant on for another penalty kill. We'll see when we come back. Just a 30-second break, and we'll be back here with Illinois Wesleyan Lacrosse.
What is proven science? At Just Thrive, it's about best-in-class clinical research. It's about supplements that empower users to control their health. These are the elements that make up the foundation of Just Thrive. Our proven, clinically backed, proprietary probiotic removes the guesswork from supplement selection because we've done the work for you to ensure that you're getting the best product possible, empowering you to take back control of your health from a leader in the digestive, immune, and emotional health spaces.
And we are back. Both teams still in their huddles, and as now the Cardinals break out, Titans still talking. And again, they do have a 7-goal lead, nearly doubling up North Central so far on the scoreboard with just 6 minutes left. It's going to take a big effort from the Cardinals if they're going to want to come back in this one. And if they can, it all starts right here on the power play, as play is resumed. Paris over to the top. Hunt sends it over. McClure sends it back to Paris. Back to McClure. Back to Hunt. Back. And a nice shot. A better save. Coming up big once again is Turvo. Has a nice spin move. Gets the Titans back into the offensive zone. Under 6 minutes left to play, as the Titans just kill off some clock. Working their way around the offensive zone. Not many openings yet. Sends it to Boone, and he works his way around the defender with speed into the slot and can't get a shot away, so he will circle back and look for an opening. Just killing some clock here, and if I'm the Cardinals, I'm going to need to be a little bit harder on my forecheck or defense, as letting them kill off the clock like that is only going to hurt you. Down 7. Bob Boone tries the quick turnaround shot and scores! Does a little dance on the ground, and that's his 4th of the night. Bob Boone with another goal. While falling down, the turnaround shot picks the corner, and there's the little dance afterwards. What a goal. Bob Boone! And this game is now an 8-goal difference. And it appears another penalty called. Referee and the Wesleyan coach getting into a huge argument here on the line. Coach pleading his case, doesn't work. They'll go on the penalty kill, though I'm not sure it matters at this point. I'll make a bet right now, and I'm sure many have heard of the announcer's jinx. If North Central College, the Cardinals, can make a comeback, yes, they do have 2 men on the penalty kill right now for Wesleyan. However, if the Cardinals can come back a 8-goal lead in 5 minutes, I will shave off my eyebrows, because there is no way that's going to happen. But we'll see if I can be proven wrong here. Taking in the top, a long shot, that one off the post. I don't know if I have ever seen this many posts in a lacrosse game before. It has been a day of tings off the post. Now Paris over to Hunt. Oh, and it just goes off of McClure's stick. That's Westfall Send it behind into the slot. Scores! That's Ty Nagy scoring on the power play.
Goal for North Central by number 28.
And that cuts the lead only to 7 with about 4:19 left to play. And just a good passing play here. You saw right there, just a nice pass across right to the slot, and not much you can do trying to move cross body in the net. Firing on that opposite side, not much you can do as a netminder there. Just great passing as that face-off won cleanly by Wesleyan. Goes to the slot. Nice little pass. Makes a turnaround. Can't get a shot away, so the Titans will regroup. In the top of the slot, it's Boone. Drives through. Fires. Scores! Bob Boom with his 5th of the game.
Number 59, Bob Boone.
And it has been the Bob Boone show here today. 5 goals. Some great plays from him today. Some good passing plays as well. But 5 boom goals for number 59, Bob Boone, here today. That faceoff won cleanly again by the Titans. Long shot, that one high and wide. Most teams, you can see here, Wesleyan still fighting for it. You'd think most teams up by 8 with under 4 left might try and take the foot off the gas, but not the Titans here, as they just keep pouring it on. McHugh now sent it over. And they're sending up their backups now. It's Kennedy. Slot in the middle, and he scores! Eastburn, and the lead is extended to 9. And what a game here for the Titans, as they just pour on the gravy with 4 minutes left. It's stat pad night for Eastburn and Boone, as it appears that the Titans resting the majority of their starters, up 9 with just 3.5 minutes remaining. They're going to let some of their backups take a try, and they call Pierce hooking on Wesleyan. So the Cardinals retake possession. Driving the far side. Fires that one high and wide. Goes out of bounds. So will be regathered. Working it around. Hunt to McClure. McClure makes a move. Can't really fight his way around the Wesleyan defender. Finds a way and sends it back to Hunt. Hunt looking for a lane. Finds one, and that one sent all the way back to Westfall, who sent it over to McClure. McClure makes a move over to the far side, and that one just a bit far. And I'm not really sure what Jake Giese was doing there, as he dove for the possession attempt about a full 2 meters behind the Cardinal forecheck. I mean, I'm not going to disrespect the hustle. You'll love to see the effort this late in the game from the Titans. Just not sure if that was the smartest play. But I suppose when you're up by 9, it doesn't really matter that much. Taken by Paris behind the net now. Sent to the slot, found, fires, scores! McClure finds the back of the net and cuts the lead to 8 with about 2.5 minutes remaining.
By number 8, Zachary McClure.
And McClure jogs back to the bench. The face-off. Still being fought for. And that will be called a hold and given to the Cardinals. I don't remember the last call on a Cardinal, honestly, at this point. But, again, if you're the Titans, I think you just got to take what you can get at this point. You're up by 8, just about 2 minutes left. Just got to stave off an insane offensive push, and it's over. Hunt, that shot wide. So with 1:57 left, the Cardinals will regroup. It's Paris with it. Paris sends it to Hunt. Hunt sends it wide again. Another 10 seconds run off the clock. And that shot went wide again. Play is resumed. Paris sends it to the far from McClure. That one's saved and regathered, and a player pushed way after the ball was in the area, and a flag is down on the Cardinals. A couple whacks, but it won't matter. Still working around the outside is the Titans. Working their way around, still can't find an opening, sends it back to the top. A long-range shot faked as they will just bring it back. Kill some more time off the clock with under a minute remaining. Sends it to behind the net and sends it over. Lost it for a second. Lost it again, still fighting for it now. That's Kiddo. Kiddo still with possession. 40 seconds remaining. Kiddo sends it to the slot. Oh, and a tap-in is sent wide. That's Owen Miller almost scoring again for the Titans. A fantastic pass there by John Kiddo right onto the opposite side at a wide open cage and just sends it wide. Unfortunate break there for Owen Miller. Great play all around by the Titans, however. And again, both teams have been able to find really smart ways of making plays. The Cardinals have come up big in this period in particular in finding ways to send it to teammates this period. They struggled with it in periods 1, 2, and 3, but this period in particular have found a much better way of passing. However, the individual efforts is what carried them in the first half. We're going to have a timeout here, but we're going to keep it here as we only have 30 seconds left. Not sure why they need a timeout with 30 seconds left in the game, but hey, 8-goal comeback effort in 30 seconds. I've seen crazier things. Okay, that'd be a lie. I haven't seen crazier things, but I'm here. I'm all here for it. Both teams taking their meetings. Again, Wesleyan was the favorite coming into today, but I'm not sure anyone expected the score to be this different. I was expecting a pretty close game here today when I got here, but the Titans have just been dominant. Cardinals have had plenty of offensive opportunities. The problem is they have not been able to find a way to consistently penetrate the Wesleyan defense. They found a couple ways, especially on a couple solo efforts, but not enough to consistently get points. This play is resumed, and it's taken behind the net by Miller now. Miller over to Kiddo, and Kiddo sends it back to Kennedy. A flag down. Sends it over to Cahoon. Tries to work his way through, and he scores! Puts them back up by 9 with just 12.3 seconds remaining. In case you needed the insurance, Potts one more. And Wesleyan goes up by 9, which will most likely be the final score, 19-10. We'll see if anything can happen in 12.3 seconds. Remember, before the first half ended, Bob Boom scored. So in 8 seconds, it's possible. Fighting for it still. Wesleyan takes it. A couple slashes. It's still rolling, but it won't matter. It's rolling down the side, and that's it. Game over. Your score, 19 in favor of the Titans, 10 for the Cardinals. What a game here by the Titans. What a game by Bob Boone and Ike Eastburn particularly. They definitely showed out in this one and brought their team the win. But that should wrap it up. We may have an interview coming for you later. We will get back to you on that. But for now, your final score, Wesleyan Titans 19, North Central College Cardinals 10. Thank you for joining us for this broadcast, and we might see you in just a minute.
At NCAA championships, noise is made here. Memories are made here. Champions win here. The only thing missing here is you.